A strike by suspected U.S. drones in Pakistan has killed 6. Officials have not acknowledged firing the missiles and will not comment on why recent attacks have spiked. The attacks have targeted border regions of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pakistani intelligence officials are targeting an Afghan commander who is believed to be the greatest threat to coalition troops. Drone strikes are believed to be responsible for more than 70 deaths since September.
American hiker Sarah Short is making a plea for 2 others who are still being held in an Iranian prison. Short was recently released. Her fiancé Shane Bauer and their friend Josh Fattal was accused of spying. They have been in prison since their arrest in July of 2009, when they were accused of hiking into Iranian territory. Short says they committed no crime and are not spies. She now calls for public support of family efforts to get Bauer and Fattal freed.
Let's take a quick break from news and go to Jason for updates in sports.
Joe Torre is stepping down as the Dodgers skipper. Torre will finish out the season, then hand the reins over to Don Mattingly in 2011. There have been rumors all season saying Torre would retire in the offseason. Many expect Torre to return to the broadcast booth, but the 70-year-old manager hasn't ruled out returning to a team next season. Mattingly came to the Dodgers following the 2008 season when he followed Joe Torre from New York. He will take over the club without any previous head coaching experience. The New York Giants traveled to Indianapolis for Manning Bowl 2. This is the second time the Manning brothers have faced off in the regular season. The Colts take an early lead as Donald Brown goes in for 6. Second quarter, Eli Manning picked off by Gerard Powers. Manning struggled on the day as his protection continuously broke down. The Colts' speed on the edges gave the Giants problems all night as Eli Manning was sacked 4 times. Big brother Peyton comes out on top as the Colts win 38-14. The CSUN women's soccer team hosted a night game versus the Penn Quakers. Reporter Rory O'Sullivan was on the scene.
The Cal State Northridge women's soccer team is red hot after winning 2 straight. The action starts off slow but picks up in the 21st minute, with Penn senior Caitlin Campbell knocking in a header after a free kick from Sarah Fieldman. The goal put the Quakers up in the first half. The Quakers' strong defense kept the Matadors scoreless in the first half. So far, Offensive Player of the Week, Farron Townley, and Defensive Player of the Week, Cynthia Jacopo, have failed to make an impact on this game, leading to the Matadors being down 1-0 here at halftime. The Matador faithful did all they could to get the team back into the game with their energy. But it did not work. Standout senior Farron Townley, who was number 2 on Northridge's all-time goals list, and the rest of the women's soccer team could not capitalize on the home crowd's energy, which led to defeat.
I think the defense was doing their best. I mean, we were getting up for headers. It's just, unfortunately, some of the times it went their way. It was just unlucky. I think we're fine. We just had a little bump in the road, so I think we'll get back in it.
In Northridge, Rory O'Sullivan, Valley View News.
The UCLA Bruins football team got a much-needed win on Saturday against the 23rd-ranked University of Houston Cougars. After a slow start to the season, losing 2 games, the Bruins offense dominating, putting up 31 points against the Cougars. UCLA sophomore running back Jonathan Franklin rushed for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Bruins will now travel to Austin to take on the 7th-ranked Texas Longhorns. That wraps it up for sports. Now back to news with Fabiola.
Thanks, Jason. A Frenchman with amputated arms and legs has made it across the English Channel in just over 12 hours by swimming. Philippe Poisson expected to finish in 24 hours, but instead swam in almost half the time. Poisson designed leg prosthetics with flipper tips to help him move through the water. The Frenchman had unexpected company during his swim. 3 dolphins joined him for a while. The swimmer lost his arms and legs in an electric shock accident after fixing his television antenna.
Biologists and environmentalists are puzzled by the apparent disappearance of flying squirrels in California. The rare animals were last seen 16 years ago by a biologist in Idlewild. Some of the animals may still live in the San Bernardino Mountains. The Center for Biological Diversity petitioned the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to protect the animals under the Endangered Species Act.
Guinness World Records have declared the world's smallest cow. The sheep-sized bovine named Swallow is from northern England. It's less than 3 feet long. Swallow is small but has given birth to 9 regular-sized calves. As a matter of fact, she is pregnant right now with her 10th. Swallow is a Dexter cow, a breed well known for its small stature, but she is small even by Dexter standards.
Wow, that's interesting. For Tatavik Tigranian and Jason Llanos, I'm Sharona Aliar.
And I'm Fabiola Franco.
Have a wonderful day.